Is that the... Okay. I should be live now, right? Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Awesome on here. Awesome on here. There. I realized that I screwed up big time because I do not have. For some reason, I got logged out of Twitter, so I don't have access to Grok. So I can't. But we will build some things. I can actually show you what I tried to show you last time. Let me just double check. So I did some batches. Is I finally figured out that you can do a command for Photoshop. Then records this command, which means that when you render images as a sequence, let's say an animation, this means you can actually now, make the whole animation look so much better. And yeah, I feel really retarded. So there you go. So that's what I was doing now. Please, let's see that I'm still logged into Grok. Yes, I'm still logged into Grok, so it can actually work for once. But now I can show you here what I built. So now you can see up here, I hope my mouse is showing, but the white ball there is obviously standing for Sargosi right now. So what she's gonna do, every time she rolls a die, she's gonna do a flip with her hand. So I will show you. Okay, so now, this is sadly in the way, but let's roll it now. So now look on the bottom right now. Dice. And with the addictive little text I really like. Now what I'm doing now, what we're gonna try to do now, for today, is, I will show now. Okay. So now, maybe I hit him, let's see. Miss, yeah, there you go. Is, what I want is for him to trigger, when you pass him, I want to trigger an opportunity attack automatically. But now, look here, nothing happens. And that's what we're gonna fix that. Okay, there you go, that's great. So now, we're gonna go and do some coding. Here we go. I hope that everyone's week have been good, by the way. And let me actually post some picture now. I should have done that. I forgot that I had such a because I was doing my Patreon today, right? Then I forgot to put it just before. I had this smart idea. Okay, I'm gonna post my Patreon, and everything like that. And then I'm gonna have my live stream here. So let me just do this. Copy. Awesome. It can be there, it's fine. But yeah. One second. Then we'll get this show on the road. Yes, actually updated from this one, from my Patreon post, is that I just have one animation left now. That I'm gonna finish tonight. I hope it's not a hard one, it's a variation of the last one. And then I will, as I said, like, I got this really strong, what's it called, rent a GPU essentially, that you rent on a cloud, you rent a GPU essentially, right? And so what I did, right, is that I was like, okay, cool, so I can now do my AI videos in a higher resolution because it looks so awful when they're just 1024. So they look good now, Still the same problem as I have, that it just won't do what I tell it to do. But I do have some animations that are AI, and then I will let everyone say what they think. And generally, the response I've gotten to the use of AI has been good. So I'm not worried about that, but we will see what people say. There's one animation in particular, I'm like, okay, let's see. I think it looks fine, but, or good rather, that's the word I wanted to use. So, yeah, big news, because now when you can rent GPUs, right? Like, you could probably do it before I didn't know about it. And then you can just, yeah, it's probably gonna be insane too when I figure out, when I start with the step third game. Because as I said before, I wanted that to look exactly like a 1970s film. When you're inside the realm, so to say. Let's see with that. I actually added some of that lore into Birds and Bees. Just small parts though, it's not taking over the whole story, it's not. It's just in the outskirts of it. But those things will arrive in like some updates. But as I said, they're not big parts of it. They just... I needed some characters to sort of get from point A to point B, and so they just arrive and then sort of leave. So I need to rewrite some parts of one of the characters because it's still not perfect. It's the thing, if I released on Birds and Bees like the whole thing now, let's say I could actually go into the back rooms and just sit there and work until I was done, and then here you guys go. It would still be fine, it would be good, but not to my standard. Not to my standard. So I had to just rewrite some of those things. With one character in particular. The other ones are fine, but the one that is related to Step 1, like, she's not good enough for what I wanted to do. So now, let's continue. Oh shit, what the hell is this guy on? Let's see. It's talking about some sort of op check. I don't know what that is. I'm stupid. There we go. Alright, I think this is what it wants me to do. You know, you feel like a true hacker if you don't press backspace when you take away a code. You press Del on the keyboard. That's how you know you're a true hacker, okay? If you don't do that shit, don't come to me and tell me you're some coder. I do not care if you've written several apps. if you use the backspace key to delete code and not delete, you're not a true coder. It's true. Turing comes back from the dead and gives you Super 8s. It's true, I've seen it happen. It's an awful experience to see it happen to a man ravaged by this horrible disease. Now, let's see. Copy these exact lines. Paste them immediately after this line. Somebody tell me I got that wrong. How about now? No. Okay, this is not indented. Okay, now it definitely won't work, eh? That should work. Okay, let's say it. Try again. Let's double check. No, it won't. Gunslinger. As you can see, I also need to figure out feng shui, so to say, amount of the board or the table. But I do think I finally know how I want to do the, how to say, how the board and everything, like the assets, how I want it to look. Because essentially now, I think I'm gonna roll with this idea, is that, you remember the Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone? With the chess pieces? I always loved that as a kid, like, not all of it, but like the final when Ron gets beaten, like it looks so cool when the chess piece just moves and then just does this attack. It looks so awesome. So we'll have that look, but with plastic instead. It just looks like so does it pick them up at some kind of yard sale or something like that. Okay. Alright, miss. Oh man, I rolled really low. Is this it? Yes. Smart person would do its own god class, you know, where it has like 10 health or something. But where would the fun be in that when we can roll forever? I also need to fix, because now, rather than click here and it finds the quickest path, now I have to click on the board in the video where to walk. And I also need some sort of counter, how many steps you walked. And show the grid itself. So the player knows, okay, you know, it's easier for combat, obviously. Right. Let's hope I can pass this. Oh, we can try knife attack. Not in range. Colt. Oh, hit. Nice. Whoa, it missed. But you see here now. And we can try this now. Alright, now we're gonna look at the output. Nope. Nada. So essentially what I'm doing now, you see this code of block, for those of you who don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is essentially just seeing, giving us a debug at the bottom here, right? To see if it triggers. Like when Sylvester passes the goblin, does it trigger? Like, does the system even know what's going on when Sylvester passes? So that's what we're doing now. And when we can do that, then we can obviously start coding the attacks. You know, so the goblin attacks when you pass it. Right? It wants a full function input event. Here you go, Elon. Oh, guys, I had like the worst fucking infection ever, hey? Like, I got the ear infection that... Oh yeah, we can take a little break and I can tell you a story. I got an ear infection and, whatever, got some, like, antibiotics, and I was, like, terrified when I walked into the hospital because it's, like, Germany, right? And in Sweden you have to wait for so long for public, like, health services. It's like, oh my god. So I tried to like bring a computer and everything, but I just had to wait for like 20 minutes and got in now, so I was really happy. And then the woman looked at my ear, and that German woman, man, like, this is the first doctor I got. Some people, man, you know when you look at them, that they have a wallet, and on this wallet it says bad motherfucker on it. That was this woman. Jesus Christ. But she was really helpful, helped me, and sort of helped me with the rules, because I didn't have my... Okay, for the non-EU people, or the EU people who are here but don't really travel. When travel the EU and you're an EU citizen, always bring your EU insurance card. In Sweden it's free, or like very cheap. But bring that with you so you can show it, because Jesus Christ. Now it took like half an hour longer because I didn't have it with me. But because it's all these bureaucracy things, but she helped me out even then, and I got my antibiotics and I was fine. But for some reason, they just gave me 10 tablets, and it did not kill the infection. And my ear, I stopped hearing on my ear. And this is when it got really sad. Because then, I went back to the doctor. And obviously I haven't cleaned my ears because of ear infection, right? Because, I don't want to touch it and I'm scared I'm going to get infected again. And then, I did say this in Discord chat. Of course, when I sit down to talk to the doctor, it's one of the most attractive women I saw in Germany. Like, she looked like a black-haired Diane Kruger, sort of. Like, not the face, but, sort of, but just imagine her like that, you'll be fine. And I said, oh, damn. And then she's like, oh, okay, that's so sad. Let me look at your ear. So left one, fine. Right one. And she's like, there's so much gunk here. And then she starts pulling out, like, disgusting wax from my ear. As this really beautiful, hot woman stands right next to me, and I wanted to cry and disappear into the floor. I can just mutter, flabbergasted, sorry, I am so sorry. And she goes, no, that's okay. But how could it be okay? It can't be okay. She even called it gunk. And how to say it, gunk. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Then I go in to the proper ear doctor inside of Dresden. And I had to wait like for an hour for him to have time for me, which is, it's fair. It was like a Saturday. So whatever, right? And then when he starts fixing my ear, he starts cleaning it, right? And then we talk like, oh, what do you do? I'm a horror writer. Blah, 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 And then it felt so good when he starts cleaning my ear. It felt like a scratch that you just want, but he can't scratch it. And then this godson doctor scratches it. And he had like a trainee with him. And this trainee was I found out later she's Russian, but it's whatever. Point is that she had those Slavic big eyes, And as he's doing something in my ear, he says to her like, oh yeah, okay, and I can hear he gets a little flabbergasted or like short of breath as he does something. And then this nurse, and like I can't always see what's going on in my ear, right? And I'm looking at this nurse, and her eyes are like super big and super scared and super terrified. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what has happened? And then he tells me like, oh yeah, you're bleeding, but it's fine, I fixed it. And then yeah, anyway, I got sometime I got the airdrop. But yeah, very sad times, very sad times. Now, this is the part I was going to talk about last time, but I'm going to talk about it now. In between those things, I went on not the first date, but a second date with a girl, and I was we're like talking about like dating and stuff, and she says like, oh, in Germany, this is insane, man. Like you hear about like dating in other countries, but like Germany has to be like the weirdest one. Like Jesus Christ. She tells me she has gone on dates, and when it's time to pay, the guy says, "Oh, I forgot my card." And like, what? It's like I can get splitting the bill. I get that. Okay, fine. I'm from Sweden after all. It's not uncommon here. Oh wait, it is more common that the guy pays, but it's like if a girl pays, it doesn't really. It's nothing. It's not a big deal if the girl pays. Or how to say. If you go splitsies more, not that the girl pays, that's still rare. But that has happened several times for her. And then she told me this other story that just made me think of like, what are they doing there? Because I've heard a meme about like walking dates, that German guys go like on walking dates with girls. And like in my mind, I thought when the girls were complaining about this, I thought it was like, oh, it's some fat American girl. Funny American fatty, fun, But no. What a walking date is, I guess, then, is that you go and sit in a park and you drink alcohol. And let's be real here, Dresden is a big city, right? It's size of, I don't think, now what is that? Providence on the east coast of America, like it's not as big as Austin, of course not, but it's like 600,000 people, so it's a big city, or like a city, a proper one. At least we're Europeans, so you have a lot of fancy bars. You can sit by the Elbe, and Elbe is a river in eastern Germany, and by the bank, and Dresden is such a beautiful city, like with all these buildings and everything. So you're like spoiled for choice as for bars if you want to go and drink. But this guy, I guess, just bought her like a drink at like Edeka. And like Edeka, for those of you who don't know, it's like it's just a convenience store. And it's like, yeah, it's a convenience store. It's like convenience shop in Malta, or Sweden it would be like Coop or something. And here's the thing. So I guess he buys some drinks there. And then after she goes home, he requests her money from Revolut, which is like a cash app, for Europeans. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what are we doing here, Germany? This is like insane. I would be embarrassed to tell that to one of my friends in Sweden. Like, if I did that to a girl. I mean, it would be like a meme. If I didn't pay for a girl on a date, it would be a meme. Like, unless to be fair, I've been on a date and the girl paid, but I didn't have any time to say no because the guy comes up to our table. I thought this is the girl that paid for dinner. The guy comes up, like the waiter, and says, "Oh, you guys ready to pay?" And before I got my card out, the girl says, "Oh yeah, cool, I'll pay." And then she just pays with a card, and then it's like awkward. Like, what I'm gonna say? No, I can pay. Like, put in the amount again. Like, what? No. So anyway, I go. So what I'm saying that it's fine, and like me and that girl are still friends. It's fine. We didn't get, we didn't know it was a date or anything, which is good because But the point is that it's all good, So in some cases it happens, but it's like rare. But like the idea that you would go, "Oh, I forgot my card." No, there we go. No. And in before, right? you think, oh, this girl might have been ugly or something like this, like she looked like Emilia Clarke, like Khaleesi, like eerily like Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, same face, same body, same hair, and things like that. Okay, maybe not. Okay, she didn't wear a braid. So I don't know, man. Germany, it's strange. It's very strange when it comes to there. But now we're continuing here. We're doing the input event, right? The thing is, like with AI language models, they always do their shortcut. I never understood why, but with Grok, what it does is that it has how do I explain it? It has group of experts talking, or like not group, but it has several AI models or versions that are discussing amongst themselves before giving you an answer, right? I do not know if that solves anything or not, but now it did a lazy thing, right? Because I posted my code and do the structure of the chat window with the AI. What happened is it looks like it's all squished up, but it's not. But the AI thinks so, and then says, oh, it's just not indented correctly. Let's see what happens. F5. Let's go. But at least now, well, they're gonna see how it looks when I use this knife. The point of that one actually is... What? The hell? No, I know what happened. It's a enter. Because I can't roll die now. Wait, I can? Again? Alright, we found a bug, I guess. Anyway, but now we can see if this works anyway. Now, let's see. Gonna go into this. No. See what that last thing will do for today. Okay, not a bad idea actually. Yes. Fine, I'll do this tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna ask. Yes, I can ask that. Before I do this, could the issue be in another file where the movement is? So yeah, wrapping things up. I've been thinking of like creating an avatar for myself, streaming, because I had to see, because I do want to do the AI thing, but not like that I look like a sexy chat or something. Because I don't know how none of you follow me on Twitter, but I did say what I looked like in one of the on one of my a post. And for those of you who are interested, I look like in real life, I look like fat Robert Pattinson. And the Robert Pattinson is like pulling a lot of weight there, both figuratively and basically, literally and figuratively, something like this. But what I really want to go fat, fat balding, Robert Pattinson, or I want to do like a hag. That would be kind of cool, like an ugly hag, sitting by a cauldron, like it looks like how to say, like an actual streamer setup, but it's like a hag. But I need to see how I do it. I set it up. You can say what you want about these guys who do like, these men who kind of uses AI to turn himself into a woman, to make money on OnlyFans and stuff. They did get me thinking, like, okay, if they can stream like this and it looks like AI, then you can do it, but like, if you're honest about it, like, because when people don't care, So I got into it with someone on Twitter today too, like about like women in gaming, like attractive women and stuff like that. And I never understood why people get so upset about attractive women in gaming, because, well, I do get it, right? It's that it feels insulting, I guess. But it's so hard, because even when I try to steelman the position, right, that okay, they feel it's sexist, okay, but then it's like, it makes no sense to me, because superheroes, right? I remember reading them as a kid, like, I never felt it sexist, with Spider-Man and things like that, that I read. And Batman. Batman was my favorite. I wasn't getting it. And, because there was another one with Panam. Like, someone had done a mod with Panam Palmer from Cyberpunk. And she's like just sitting in like booty shorts and tube top, and it's like, it's a game. Who cares, And the only way, the thing is, I can make the argument, right, for multiplayer games. That I can make an argument, because you generally want everyone to feel safe and welcome. And I would be kind of annoying. Like, let's just flip the script, right? Let's say I go into a fucking online game, right? My multiplayer online, let's go. And all the women, they get like these cool coats, cool aviators, like cool outfits. And I'm wearing like the mankini from Borat. That's all I got. Then okay, fine, I would be pissed too, But these are single player games. Why are they so upset? And not they, I'm not saying women here, I'm thinking both men and women, because Jesus Christ, it was both men and women got really upset about this. And I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I got the normal, oh, you are a porn creator, Kuma creator, and it's like, if you look at all of my, like, reviews and stuff, I mean, to be fair, that girl won this argument, I guess, because she's on my mind, she lives rent-free in my mind, so I guess she won that, by that way, But, the thing is, like, how do I say this? When it comes to that argument, it's like, okay, we hit a dead end here, because I know for a fact that they play video games with sex in it. But like, if anyone else does it, if anyone else does a video game, or like a story with sex in it, then you're a creep, then you are like a coomer. And it's like, or gooner, rather, coomers, or whatever. And it's like, okay, can anyone, except like 5 companies, do anything with sex in it? Or is it just like, or otherwise you're a coomer? Like, for example, it was like Michelangelo a fucking coomer because he drew women with like, or cherubim, like, naked and stuff. Gustav Dora, who made all the paintings of Dante's Inferno, was he like a coomer? A gooner? I don't get like this argument, man. But I don't know, wait, I do. It's just lazy, boring, and then, how can I get the direction I want the fastest? And that's by lying and being lazy. Very much like this AI that I'm using to create this game. But to be fair, with Grok, it's actually pretty interesting. You can at least have a conversation. You can at least code it to have a conversation with you if you wanted to, you know. Anyway, with that, I thank you all for coming. If everything goes according to that planned, I will be done before the week is over with this. Hopefully tomorrow. If I can choose what happens, it's tomorrow. But I cannot, because I have to do some edits and do the final animation. So, and then Fridays are off, because I do not want to hit the wall, you know. And I think that's like a bad thing. Red pillars tell me like if I hit the wall, like cats come or something. I guess get a bunch of cats. I don't really own a cat at the moment. So I mean, maybe it's a good thing to hit the wall, you know. But there's any cats, you know. Something like this. Now, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. I will keep you guys updated, of course. I also feel like maybe I went too hard when I said that about no politics in the Discord server, because now it feels like people are very quiet in there. Like, it's fine, you can talk about things. What I got angry about is like this fucking Trump bad, Biden bad shit I don't want it in my Discord. Like, bros, like, are we okay? We're not here for that, you know? It's like so blow up Israel Palestine, like, same. To be fair, don't, like, I want to be clear here now. I do personally always been open. I do have an agenda with my work, and like I am a propagandist. I've always been honest about that. So some things I will obviously allow. For example, Ukraine, Russia. Like, of course, I'm very pro-Ukraine, right? And because they're, you know, Russia's invading my fucking continent and my home. So, obviously, like that. And I'm Christian, so obviously those things I'm propagandist about. Doesn't mean, like, people can argue with me against it. That's fine in Discord server, obviously. As long as it's not, like, Russian propaganda, you know. Then you have to leave. But other than that, I'm fine. But what I mean with Russian propaganda is that people say, oh yeah, Ukraine bad, you know, Ukraine has to lose. Then it's like, okay, go away, you know. I won't even ban that person, I think. I would just, like, time them out or something. But yes, anyway, lost track there for a while. So, gonna go back and work on my animations, and then do the AI video edits and put them all together, and then put it all in. I also have some, what's it called, soundtracks I have to fix too. But other than that, I should be good to go. So for now, thank you all for watching and listening to me. So long.